Have you reached out to any other football players who've gone through this? I know Joe Burrow had it in training camp, I believe.
I don't know anyone else who's really gotten it, and I don't have Joe's number, so I think he's probably a little busy. The last thing I think he wants to do is answer a question about that.
Was your brother okay?
Yeah, no, I mean, he had I talked to him like, yo, what am I about to go through? What's going to happen? He's like, I'm sure anyone who's had it can relate. Like, sitting up initially from the couch is terrible. Like, you're going to have to relearn basically how to do a crunch again, which sucks. The first poop is not fun. You're going to be constipated, and you can't push or strain. So that was it was a journey. Not one I want to go back on, and thankfully the surgery that we did, there's a 0% chance I can have it because they cut the whole thing out. We didn't do the one where they cut out what's in the inflamed portion and leave a little bit left for the chance to have it happen again. I was like, look, if we're going to do this, you can take it all. I don't want to go down this road again.
How do you put in perspective everything you've gone through health-wise, pair that with bringing a child into this world and becoming a new dad in the holiday seasons, and how are you feeling about everything you've gone through, everything that's also been a blessing in your life?
Perspective. Not been fun. I think anyone that looks at the journey that I've been on the last 2 years, I've been put under 4 times, and January 7th will be 2 years, so that's not cool. I don't wish that on anyone, and I don't enjoy it, but that's the road. That's what's written on my life. So I was telling someone earlier today, like, tough times don't last, but tough people do. So I'll keep rolling with it, and eventually it's going to calm down, and then I can kind of get back to what has been my, regularly programmed scheduling of my life. But no matter what happens here at work or anything, the moment I walk through the door, it doesn't matter what kind of day you have. It's, like I said, chest time's the best time. Being with my baby girl, being with my wife and our family, it's been a blessing. It's been great. I love those moments. Definitely with what's going on outside of my wife and my daughter, people would, and even you could say, like, don't you want to just fast forward through it? But then when I spend every second with her, not a chance. I would never want to fast forward every hiccup, to yawn, to cry, to diaper change. Like, those are moments that make it worth it. I'm like, you know what, it's gonna go through, and I don't want to speed it up at all.
Where would you be mentally without? Span where you couldn't?
Is there what?
Is there a span where you really couldn't do anything, where they were worried, don't pop your stitches, don't try to do anything real athletic?
I couldn't poop for like 2 days. Like, that's real. Like, you can't strain. Just kind of have to sit there and just wait for it eventually to happen. They stapled your colon shut. Like, she showed me after on the scope, like, there's legit micro staples. Like, she said, like, it's a clamp thing that staples down. It's like 500 staples. It's gnarly. I'm like, and it's weird because when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I guess that's the feeling I'm feeling right now, because it's not muscular, but there's definitely something going on, like, in my belly. And then you feel very bloated. I think, like I said, anyone that's had it, they'll be listening to this. If they've ever someone, like, yep, he's speaking for all of us.
So now, can you go in the weight room, or you're in the pool?
We're beginning the return to play and the ramp up, and it's going to be, like I said, this is 15% of the population gets it. I don't know how many people in the NFL have even had it. So, and also in season. So I'll find out tomorrow what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't really know.
Dave, what do you think about just with the offensive line in general, how this whole group has kind of come together this season, kind of roll with the punches?
Yeah. Rolling with the punches is definitely a great way to describe the line. But very proud, and like the one thing that I love taking away from it is the opportunities that it presents, the experience guys have. This is how really good lines flourish. I think back to 2014, 2015 because of 2013. And people who remember 2013, a bunch of injuries, you have me playing, you have Donnie playing, and then we get into 2014, and like our 3 backups that were dressed were Lane Taylor, J.C. Treader, and Donnie Barkley. I would love to have that as my 6, 7, and 8, not to mention the starters. And then and not to mention 2015, I think that's also where you see, the insert and plug and play from Lane coming in. So I think I'll even talk just main guy like Zach getting those invaluable reps. Even last year with Royce, him getting those reps, like, though you can't replicate those as much as you want to do. That's why they call it practice. But I think that's what really helps build a great line. That, having good players, and then McCarthy always would used to say it is the lines, the cohesive lines that played every week that built that chemistry. Those usually end up being the best, and that part of that's being healthy. So that's kind of, at least for me, the missing link that I'm kind of trying to bring up the rear.
What do you thought of Zach?
Huh?
How have you thought Zach has handled all this?
I mean, he's been super stoic since he came in day one. I even remember back in OTAs, me and Elton like trying to rattle him a little bit, creating some crowd noise and just a walkthrough and having him try to call out plays and stuff, and he was getting annoyed about it. And I remember stopping him like, look, if you can't figure out what the play is with me trying to talk to you the entire time, how do you expect to do it with 70,000 fans screaming at you and three plus, I don't know how many million people watching. So it was just kind of seeing that and kind of seeing he's a very stoic individual, which is good, and he's also smart. And what I've appreciated, I always enjoyed my fourth round guys. So any tips that I can help him out, it's been really nice. I think he's been a great addition, and I'm excited to see him progress and grow.
I haven't had the chance to ask you on camera about, you've talked online about turf fields and how much more dangerous they are for players. What are your feelings on turf fields in the NFL and what they need to do moving forward?
I mean, I don't really need to, I think the point's been out there, and it's just going to be ignored till it's addressed. I mean, slip film, it's cheap. I understand it from a business standpoint, but I mean, when we're in bed together essentially, it's mutually beneficial to both of us. I don't think anyone wants to go watch a football game not having their stars out there, so how do you keep your stars out there? And then not to mention, with the cap growing and all these new TV deals, and then also with our split, we raised our percentage up. More guys are going to pay more money. It's kind of smart to kind of want to keep them out there. You don't want to pay a guy a bunch of money that's not going to be out there. So I think it's just, at a certain point, it's going to come to a head where it's going to be mutually beneficial on both ends.
What will it take for it to come to a head, do you think?
Time.
How about Prime? How about Dion?
Huh?
How about Prime, Dion, Colorado? Your thoughts on that?
Love it. Colorado needs any type of spark. It's really cool. I'm excited to see what he can do, and I'm almost positive he's going to turn around pretty quick. I think the NIL was the greatest thing to ever happen to Colorado. Second greatest thing to happen to Colorado. First thing probably being Prime. He brings the attention, the ability to quickly turn over a program, not just by bringing in young guys, but you could literally, overnight bring in 15 college-ready, already playing across, the nation, come in and play. So I'm very excited. I can actually wear my stuff and actually win a couple bets in this locker room now.